My name is Konrad Swistelnicki. I like to talk about estimations and story points. Every time when we have some work that needs to get done, we might ask ourselves, or we might be asked by our management, leads, how long will it take? How much work is that? I think it's quite natural question, and everyone tries to determine that. One of the most intuitive answers would be to think, how many hours will it take us, or how many days? Assuming that the regular working day starts from 9, finishes at 5 or 6, let's take 5. We would try to think, how many hours will it take? Maybe if we call it one day, how many so-called man days will it take us to deliver this work? But is it the best approach? How about certain interruptions that we might have? We have time from 9 till 5, but we have some breaks in between. We might have another disruptions. We might have some side activities which are happening. Those are all the factors which cause that estimation in time is not the most accurate. Another aspect is that we might have different level of seniority of people. One person might be able to do this much within a given period of time, while the other one, more senior, would be able to do 2 or 3 times as much. How should we say how many days will take this person to accomplish something versus this person? So I hope this already shows that estimating in time is probably not the most accurate way, especially if we are in the complex area. We need to look for other ways. There are factors which we need to consider in providing estimations. The basic ones is size of the job that we need to get done, complexity, amount of information that are known, but we very often also deal with certain uncertainties. We do not know everything. There might be more factors that we need to take into consideration while estimating work. This is why agile methods take a dimension which is not related to time or any other measure to estimate the work. Usually the scale which we work with is so-called modified Fibonacci scale, consists of numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. Now let's look why do we take this scale. And we are run out of paper. The easiest way is to associate those numbers with the buckets. If we present them on the scale, we have tiny bucket of size 1, twice as bigger bucket of size 2, those numbers are relative, then even bigger bucket of size of 3, then 8, 8 and 13. If we now have certain amount of work that needs to be delivered, we need to look to which bucket would it fit. Would it fit to the size of 8? It might turn out that it's slightly bigger than 5 and does not fit into this bucket. Then it would go into bucket of size 8, probably would leave some room in this with these estimations, and this room is the room for all the factors that we mentioned on the previous slide. So we have uncertainty, we have complexity, we have all unknowns which we might not be able to predict and find out while defining this piece of work. So again, the scale is universal, would have more or less the same meaning for everyone. It is relative. We can say that a job of size 8 is roughly 4 times bigger than the job of size 2. It gives us possibility to cover all the aspects mentioned, and also based on this scale we can build metrics, which we will talk about later. If you're interested, watch the next video, which will be about estimations techniques.